Welcome. We are at the fastest, smartest, and most connected site on Earth, Expo 2020. And with me, I have Mohammed Al-Hashim. Mohammed Al-Hashim is the Chief Technology Officer in Expo 2020. He has had an amazing journey in his career, more than 33 years in leadership positions, both in the private and government sector in the UAE. And he has been able to deliver with a team of IT professionals and partners, probably the most advanced and innovative Expo so far. Welcome, Mohammed.
Thank you very much.
Let's start with the why. Why to join a project like Expo? Why to take the challenge to deliver such a mega event?
You mentioned my experience of 33 years. Seriously, if I look back at all of my experiences, I would say that my real experience is now 4 years. The 4 years being in Expo, because I cannot compare it to anything I've done before. We always accomplish so many things in our life, and we always try to achieve our own goals, right? We set, as human beings, we set goals to ourselves. And by doing this, I don't believe anybody could predict what he's getting into until he walks in such a mega event. And I'm very privileged and honored to serve my country, to do something so great, to prove to the world that UAE is positioned where it is now. And we can host mega events as big as this mega event being the first to be hosted in the whole region. And UAE deserve this kind of recognition for everything that they have strived for, and they work so hard in many things. And we were, and we still are leaders in many categories when it comes to infrastructure and services and digital government aspects. But we never hosted anything like this. When we, as a nation, we are very hospitable and very generous and very welcoming. And I think we are proving all of this with the millions of visitors that we have received. Actually, yesterday we passed the 5.5 million visitations, which is remarkable. In just over 2 months, nearly 30% of them were coming from outside of UAE. With all the challenges that we have, and with all the struggles that the world is going through, especially the COVID scenarios, still we managed to get nearly 30% from outside the country, out of 5.5 or over 5.5 million. And the astonishing thing is that 60% of those are season ticket holders, which tells you that there is a kind of a feeling from the people themselves that they need to come again. And a part of this visitation are repeated visitors, and we couldn't be happier. Now, going back to the same question, I'm so honored to be here. I'm honored to serve my country. I'm privileged to work with premier partners like yourselves. I mean, etisalat, oh my God, the first to sign with us, the first to actually start the projects with us, the first to go through the challenges and the struggles.
A lot of them.
Yeah, we weren't perfect. Nothing was perfect, right? We thought,
Absolutely.
I mean, we had a master plan, and together, you were there from day one, and together we went through all the humps and difficulties, and we climbed mountains together, and we crossed valleys. But we always believed in one thing, that we can deliver something so exceptional, and we always had our purpose in front of us.
It's been a learning journey.
Absolutely. And without you guys and without the other premier partners, we couldn't have done it as well as we've done it now.
So after all of this time, imagine now I'm the CTO of Expo 2025, Osaka. What would be this piece of advice, this real insights that you can share with me that will help me in my job?
I would tell you, think twice about that role.
Okay.
Because it's such an overwhelming role. Seriously, it is
I've seen
overwhelming.
that, yeah.
With the number of projects that we had over 120 projects, over 100 and something systems. Today, actually, I counted everything because we keep adding. It's an overwhelming job, as I said, and the challenges comes is not only with what needs to be implemented, how is it implemented, with the level of excellence that you need to have with every implementation. And then you are dealing with your own employees that you're going to gather and employ from different locations from the world. So you're talking about people with different backgrounds, but different education level, different experiences. Then you got to deal with suppliers, with providers, with premier partners, with consultants. It's not that easy. You need to create a cohesive team, a team that cares and understand the purpose and believe that there is something so unique that they're doing. You understand? You need to build that passion within them. And without that, it will become so difficult, because the challenges that they're going to face and the difficulties that they're going to see and what they're going to go through, it's only possible with that. And the other thing, that advice I can give you, is that you need to come up with a standard that everyone follows. Talking of, as I said, the premier partners and providers and suppliers. Every major company come with their own style and methodologies and standards of implementations, and it will become so difficult to follow different styles. So you need to bring everyone under the same umbrella, under your leadership of what you believe, you understand, needs to be done. And you need to show them the love and care, but then you need to trigger their competencies and focus on their positive competencies. Forget the negative competencies. That will disappear by default. And you need, as I said, just teamwork, family, care, love.
And I've seen a lot of that. I've seen you bringing everyone together. You know? So it's all about people.
I'm good as the team are.
Yeah.
You understand? If I always say, if I need to fly, they are my wings. They are the air beneath my wing. They are my strength. They are my proteins. They are the power. They are my muscles. They are my joints that moves me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And without them, I'm crippled. I'm nobody. I'm just a person.
Imagine now that I'm at home somewhere in the world. You have mentioned that we were 5.5 million visitors already, so still some months to go. So I'm at home, I'm watching this interview. Give me a reason or a hook or a purpose to just go online, buy a ticket and come to Dubai and Expo 2020.
Yeah. If you haven't visited Dubai already, Dubai is really known, and millions and millions of people around the world have heard of it, and the UAE as well. So Dubai by itself is a tourist destination, let's not forget that. But on top of that, hosting this mega event for the first time in this, and the kind of attention and commitment we have put into creating the Expo 2020 Dubai, and the passion and the love. At the same time, we put the touch of heritage and hospitality in everything that we've done. We know we have created the best Expo. And we know we are setting the bar too high for others to follow. And we know we're going to make it extremely difficult for the next Expos to even
and I think each day is different in Expo. You know, my kids, they love it, and each time you come, something is going on. I think we have created probably one of the best places in Dubai.
Yeah, because listen, life is based on memories. Yeah. We always relate, and we go back to things that we have done. We are as special as the memories we carry, because it talks about achievements.
Yes.
Right. So I would tell people, just come and visit. Give it a chance. You're not taking a risk by actually making that decision and traveling and coming to Dubai, because you're going to see how magnificent this place is, and you're going to be part of it, and you're going to the excitement that you're going to get, and visiting an expo with a maximum number of countries participating at the same time, and every country has a special pavilion of itself, which never happened before. It's an amazing thing. The weather is beautiful. Dubai is an amazing city. UAE is such a beautiful country. All in all, I think it's a trip for the family. It's a trip for professionals. It's a trip for businessmen. It's a trip for historians. It's a trip for everyone. Never miss it.
Yeah. So it's an amazing experience, definitely. You were mentioning all about people, but you're a CTO. So I have to talk about technology, right? And we were mentioning that this is the fastest, the smartest, and the most connected site on Earth, right? What is unique about technology in this Expo? What could be the technology highlights of this Expo?
Actually, when we built Expo, we never thought of, am I gonna implement the most unique technologies? That wasn't the idea and the way we set our plans. It's what makes sense from the overall plan. We had a strategy on how to make it memorable, how to make it exciting, and how we can touch the hearts of people, how we can make it as seamless as possible. At the end of the day, we have visitors who are coming from different spots of the world, right, visiting Dubai. So how I can make it as easy as possible for them to arrive, for the transportation, to actually physically arrive in Expo, the entry itself, visiting the pavilions, knowing what to eat, what kind of events are there. So all of those, actually, most of our technologies are behind the scene. So it's hidden, it's invisible from normal visitors. How we are managing all the buildings that we have are so smart. They're all certified, LEED certified, gold LEED certified actually. The infrastructure that we have mainly from etisalat, the telecommunication infrastructure and the networks that we have over 600 kilometers of fibers. I mean, imagine that. We have nearly 5,000 antennas, indoor, outdoor antennas. We have over 10,000 access points. Amazing setup. Wi-Fi is free everywhere in Expo itself. We were the first establishment and customer of etisalat to have 5G enabled, which was prior to COVID. And we have one of the fastest 5G network in the world here. We cannot be more honored and more privileged of what we have accomplished this far. So yes, all the technologies were based around the experience itself. We've done a lot. We have achieved a lot, as I said, within few years. And the pandemic itself gave us an opportunity to rethink of what else can we provide, right? And we thought, yes, it will be difficult for some visitors to actually physically arrive to Expo, but we thought then we have to reach them. Our motto is connecting minds and creating the future. And we have built that. We have built many platforms, the virtual expodubai.com, Expo Explorer. Those are the main two platforms that enables the people around the world who cannot physically visit us, that they can get into these platforms and see how brilliant Expo is, and look at the pavilions and look at the contents within and all the shows.
It's true that technology is everywhere in Expo. You see robots bringing food, you see super screens, you see, but it's, at the same time, it's very transparent, it's very user-friendly. So, I mean, all the journey in Expo, it's easy, it's convenient, and it's full of experiences everywhere.
True.
So you're right. So let's talk about the future. Let's talk about how an event like that, in which countries investing a lot of money, you are bringing a lot of people, talented people, to deliver such an event. You are inviting a lot of people to the country also. How an event like that is able to change a country? What is the return for the country? And what is the legacy for the country?
Legacy is everything that you see around you. More than 80% of what we've built is permanent. And that was a vision that our leadership had from the beginning, at the time that we won the bid in 2013. Of course, every Expo before, everything that they have established, everything that they have constructed was temporary. But then the leadership here in the UAE and in Dubai itself, they thought, if we're going to spend that much to create something so unique, something so big, as a city itself, so smart, it needs to remain. It needs to turn into a legacy. And this is what we have built. So everything that we've done with the help of partners like etisalat, of course, that we have built something that can last for years ahead. Not only we have a smart city, we have a smart city that is ready to turn into an AI city very soon.
This place is going to be the District 2020.
It is the District 2020.
We have the exhibition center, new exhibition center for the city. And
the location itself was carefully thought of. It's exactly between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. It's adjacent to 3 highways. It's just behind the Dubai Maktoum Airport. The main line of the metro is coming next to it. So everything was well thought of. The main port of Dubai, Jebel Ali port, is very close, within like less than 10 minutes drive from here. Yes, everything was well thought of for a future city, for one of the best smart cities in the world, and a smart city that is ready, as I said, for the next step. There are so many returns. The people themselves coming and seeing Dubai, the visitors who are coming for the first time to the UAE, with the pandemic itself, and Dubai opening up and UAE opening up, and we were one of the first countries in the world, if not the leader in the world, to host not only the mega event. There are so many other events happening at the same time in the UAE and Dubai. It only proves how the leadership of UAE, how they approach difficulties. We always see positivity in every difficulty that we face, and every challenge is an opportunity. We've learned from the time we were young that we have the right to dream, and we have the right to become ambitious. The only thing that is left is how committed you are, and how focused, and how the hard work that you put towards it. Then everything becomes possible.
And definitely this Expo is energizing the country even more.
Absolutely.
One of the most dynamic countries in the world.
Absolutely.
And this is opening
and we
a
are
new
back
chapter.
to normal.
Yes.
Everything is back to normal in the UAE.
Absolutely.
The business, the education, the tourism, everything is back to normal.
So now let's talk about you, because we have talked about how Expo has changed the country. How Expo has changed you after this project?
I became more emotional. Seriously. Having met so many people, we were lucky that we had more than 75 nationalities working in Expo, from the employees themselves. And not only the implementation, which we've managed, at least, as I said, I'm just honored to be part of this team. I'm honored to be the leader. I consider myself lucky and to have an opportunity to serve my country back with the best thing I have done in my life and in my career. They say you end your career with your best, when you are at your best. I think I look at it differently. I'm ending my career by giving my best to the country.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah, so being part of this team, that's my biggest accomplishment. It made me a better human. It made me more humble. It made me believe in power of people. When we believe, when we commit, when we have the passion towards something, oh my God, Paco, you can't believe how people can achieve.
I think that's the learning, that we talk about technology.
I'm a technology guy. You talk about the power of servers,
but at the end,
mainframes and applications.
Makes a difference.
There is nothing more powerful than people.
Absolutely.
With all the advancement of technology, it's all about people.
Absolutely.
And how much you believe in them. So yes, it made me, inshallah, alhamdulillah, it made me more humble, and it made me believe.
All of us.
Yeah.
Made us believe, definitely. Let me finish with two questions that we always ask in every Future Now Talks video. Imagine the future. What would be this thing that you will bring to the present from the future?
What I would bring from the future to now?
To now.
Wow, good question. Actually, I would bring the best technologies for health's sake. We deserve a better society. We deserve to be safe, right? All human beings, especially health-wise, with everything that is going around. We have advanced so much, and we see something as little as the pandemic that we had. I'm calling it little because it's a little thing. It's what we call, even in technology, a virus. But the impact is global. So I would bring something from the future that can make this vanish once and for all.
And now let me ask the reverse question. And being an Emirati, that you are representing a country with a big legacy, what is this thing that you will try to preserve in the future that we have now?
The will of the Emiratis. Seriously, their belief in the leadership, their sense of commitment, the drive that they have within them, the passion towards every assignment that they were given. Seriously, if I would keep something, I would love for this to last forever. I've met with a lot of national. I'm not saying that others do not have, but what we have in this country is so unique. As I said, from the inception of the late Sheikh Zayed, Allah yarhamah, yani, he believed in the people living here, both expats and nationals, but he believed in the nationals, especially the youth and their education and the kind of power that they have within them and the capabilities that they have. And he was always saying, everyone is capable of doing everything. And this is how we build this country within 50 years. Look at where we have reached within 50
So
years.
if you keep that, I'm sure you will reach even further in the future. Thank you so much, Mohammed. It's been a real pleasure to have you with us. In future Now Talks, we also connect minds and we create a future like in Expo. Stay tuned.